Star Fox Zero is the game we've been waiting for, arriving last Friday on Wii U. You may be left wary due to its perceived gimmick of the Wii U gamepad, but put your worries to rest. This experiment is a rousing success. As you pilot the iconic R-Wing through space for the first time, a fuzzy sort of nostalgia may sweep over you. It certainly did for me. What you'll see on the screen is very reminiscent of Star Fox 64, and that will continue for most of the game. Zero is, for all intents and purposes, a remake of that very title, and that may prove a wise choice. Differences are apparent as you peek down at the game's gamepad screen. A first-person cockpit view is held in your hands, and while the aiming can be done with the left thumbstick, the motion controls feel extremely natural and incredibly intuitive. There's a period of adjustment, of course, as looking from the TV to the gamepad to line up a perfect shot can feel clumsy, but I'll get back to that in a bit. For now, let me just talk about these graphics. The Wii U may not be a powerhouse, definitely not, but the signature Nintendo polish lends some clear beauty to the environments you'll inhabit throughout this game. Rolling hills pop with vibrant greens, and rocky waterfalls emit fine mists as you fly by. It's all very pleasing to the eye, and I even found myself getting shot during moments where my attention wandered to the backgrounds. We speed through these locales so quickly that this kind of attention to detail wasn't really required, though it's very much appreciated. Speaking of locales, you're going to be seeing some familiar places. Being a remake, the star map is quite similar to the one from Star Fox 64. Corneria, Zanus, and Venom all return alongside other planets, though the actual missions are different. Mostly. This time around, Nintendo has gone with bosses of an impressive scale, some of which are truly awe-inspiring. Unfortunately, these fights still boil down to shooting the glowy bits, but added challenge does come in the sheer amount of enemies and sometimes side objectives that are thrown at you simultaneously. While you'll be using the classic R-Wing for much of the game, a wide variety of vehicles are offered to you periodically. The Landmaster take makes a return, to my chagrin, and the stealth-based Gyro Wing spices things up too, no matter the cold reception it seems to have received. That freaking Landmaster. This thing has been a thorn in my side since the N64 days. Wait. What? What? That's right, there are upgrades! The vehicles have received some new abilities this time around, and their inclusion makes all the difference. The R-Wing transforms into a bird-like walker form, and yeah, that's fun and everything. But the Landmaster, the friggin' thing can fly now! Yeah, okay, I'm singing the game's praises, but it isn't perfect. While the planets are superbly detailed, the enemies themselves leave a lot to be desired, especially as you'll be seeing them up close. That's probably a necessity due to the Wii U's limits, but it's unfortunate nonetheless. And while I love the motion controls, they tend to get a little off-center and require frequent recalibration. That's as simple as clicking the left thumbstick to center your crosshairs, but it rips you away from the experience, however momentarily. A nitpick at most, but worth mentioning. The length will also be an issue for some people. The game can be beaten the first time in less than 6 hours. That shouldn't be a total surprise, as Star Fox 64 could be finished within 40 minutes if you had any slight talent, but it is kind of odd. To offset this a bit, new paths open up on previously beaten planets as transformations for your vehicles unlock. Many of these lead to secret boss battles or even some funny moments with Easter eggs for longtime fans. Do a barrel roll! Even so, the missions are unchanged until you get to the point of divergence, which can be a drag. Your teammates can also be locked onto, which is a bit befuddling because you sometimes end up targeting them rather than bogeys. That's mildly irritating. The story is pretty bare bones as well, though that may be for the best. They experimented with fully realized storytelling with Star Fox Adventures and promptly let that idea go the way of the dinosaur afterwards. I'd like to see them take another crack at it though. I remember watching the first Treehouse demo for this game and instantly writing it off. And my decision only changed 2 days before it released. This is a game that demands you try it out for yourself until you get a feel for it. Whether that means trying it out at a friend's house, or, dare I say, even taking the leap to buy it outright, like I did. I so rarely find myself agreeing with Nintendo's experiments that I can't believe this one paid off in such a big way. All in all, I gotta give Star Fox Zero a 8.0 out of 10. It's the little things that make this entry stand out, like nice environments, diverging paths, and character voices coming directly from the gamepad speaker. It ain't perfect, but it's fun, and at the end of the day, that's what so many games fail to accomplish. CD Cobb, signing off.